Shaky beginning. My apologies. Hey, bud. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Morning Scone. Presented by Brock. Very good. That would be the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. This would be Drew. I'm Matt. Glad to have you spend a part of your morning here. Happy Mardi Gras, everybody. Hey, Drew. Happy Mardi Gras. Happy Mardi Gras, Drew. Happy Mardi Gras, Drew. Let's see. What a day. We got Joey B at the Combine, interview day today. Yesterday we found out, small hands. So that's unfortunate. Joe Burrow, small hands. Measured mine last night, a little more than 10 inches. I'm telling you, big hands. Telling you. So, anyway, let's say some good mornings here. Trivia Carter, good morning. Stephen Miller, good morning. Kelly Presley, Bo Lowry, what's up? Mark Sagona, good morning. Hey, Dad, Andrew Bayer, Brandon English, good morning. Brandon starting the day off with bourbon cream coffee. All right. Sounds like you're going to have a good day, man. I got a workout in and I had my smoothie and took a shower, and now we're waiting on, mentioned yesterday, I don't know if y'all were here, that so 3 of the nurses that took care of Drew when he was in the hospital in Texas, they come visit from time to time, and they're in town. They came in Sunday, so it was on Sunday night, had dinner with them last night, and then they're going to come for breakfast this morning and then head back to Houston. So anyway, it's a good day, good little Mardi Gras here, good little Mardi Gras break. Let's see, but we will not be drinking bourbon cream, however, as I got to go do my show. Got to do AFR later today, so we will be working. If you happen to be among the unfortunate lot that's working today as well, I'm with you. So let's get through it together. John Boudreau, Chad Dupuy, good morning. Josh Long, I have small hands, I'm worried. You shouldn't be worried. You should just know that you're never going to be an NFL quarterback, Josh. That's all that matters. Jack Davis, they shaving backs now to get subscribers. I'll tell you what, that I saw that yesterday. So basically, Hester, I don't know if it was his idea or whatever, but is basically ripping off our promotion to get subscribers on their YouTube channel now. I guess in a way it's flattering. The other hand, it's like, come on, bro, do your own thing. What are you talking about? I don't know if that was his idea, though. I just saw it on Twitter. Kevin Hardiman, good morning. Joe Cunningham, good morning. Andrew Bear, Matt, would you like 2 tickets for the baseball game tomorrow night? No, thank you, Andrew. I appreciate the offer, but I'm going to pass. Midweek games, it's a rare day that I'll ever attend one. Just when I get off work, it's hustle home and help with him, and I'll watch him on TV and all that stuff. So, but thank you, though. Hey, what are you doing? We can have a better go at it this morning? When you're in here, you're not going to run off crying and make me stop the show? Whoop. A little tube here is falling out the bag. Feed that thing back through there. There we go. How much you traipsing on it? What's the thing, bud? Up, see? There go the little hearts. Hearts aflutter because Drew's here. You increase the ratings of Morning Scone every time you walk in. Did you know that? Hey. Who's coming to see you in a minute? Who's coming to see you? Who's coming to see you? Rocky Rock? Okay. Well, Rocky Rock. Oh, I will always Rocky Rock. Doesn't matter how big or old or cool you get, I'll always Rocky Rock. When you say Rocky Rock, I'll Rocky Rock you, buddy. Love my boy. Okay, Brandon Atchison, Kelly Grosso. Not sure if y'all saw it this morning as well, but Joe Burrow, there's interviews this morning at the Combine. And Joe Burrow, meeting with the media this morning, said that he would play for Cincinnati. He said, of course, I'm not going to sit out, is exactly what he said. Or I'm not going to not play. So he's like, I'm a ball player. He said he'll play for whoever drafts me. So Burrow looks like is doing the thumbs up Cincinnati there. When he was asked about leverage, he said he meant like leverage at the combine. He's not going to do any of the drills at the combine, not going to throw. So he's just there, I guess, for interviews, for the medical, all that stuff. Let's see. Excuse me. Carol Foltz, good morning from Disney. It seems like everybody from here during Mardi Gras is either at Disney or skiing. It's like one or the other. Everyone goes to Disney World, they go skiing. He wrinkled up my shirt. Dag nabbit. Oh well, just a shirt. Craig Dugas, you know what they say about small hands? Small gloves. Used that one on air a couple times yesterday. Mark Simino, good morning. Josh Long, Matt's getting his head shaved. I need to talk to Terrio about timing. Our initial plan was to do it this Friday after the show. I might need to bump it a week or so. We'll see. I'll talk to him about it. You will all be consulted, however. You will all be consulted. Man, that's annoying. I've got a big old wrinkle in my shirt now. Dog it. Oh well. It's going to bother me all day. Let's see. Brian Wynn, John Boudreaux. Hope our co-star is doing well after his disagreement yesterday. Seems like he's doing fine. That's a good thing. Having a good day. Christian Perkins, morning, just finished my PT test for the Navy. There you go, Christian. Good luck, man. Hope that works out great for you, man. God bless. Bruce Parker, good morning. Cheryl. Hey, Cheryl. Inappropriate. Inappropriate innuendo, Cheryl. Trivia Carter, you going to talk about Kevin Faulk? Thank you, Trivia. I should have mentioned that at the start. So, so Tommie Robinson off to Texas A&M, meaning Kevin Faulk promoted to LSU running backs coach. This is something that was inevitable, and kind of talked about it a few weeks ago when it looked like Tommie Robinson might go to South Carolina, or there's a couple of jobs that he was snooping around for. And the reason is because Ed Orgeron was ready to promote Kevin Faulk, and instead of firing a coach, it's better to let them stay ahead of their resume, right? So you tell that coach, hey, go find a job. And so Tommie Robinson lands at Texas A&M. So the LSU Texas A&M ties and staff crossover continues. But this is, believe me when I tell you, this is a very, 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 very good thing for LSU. To have Kevin Faulk as a full-time staffer, the players revere him. He will be a great recruiter. He obviously knows the position and can coach it really well. He won Super Bowls. Like, he has so much cachet. The flip side of it is, I don't think Tommie Robinson was. Let me put it to you this way, because I don't want to just come across sounding overtly negative. If a coach is trying to force someone off their staff, there's generally a reason the coach is trying to force someone off their staff. Put it to you that way. John, Matt's rocking that Debo flannel shirt. Darn right. Love it. It's my bike, fool. My bike, punk. That's what you said, punk. Pamela Box, good morning. Dawn Jolibois, Eric Collins, good morning. Matt won't attend games that don't matter. In part, that's true. I would go. I loved going to midweek games as a kid. We do that often. We go out to the box, like catch the middle three. Sometimes if you got there late enough, the gate was open, you just walk right in. And I do hate bunting, though. Stephen Miller, buy or sell the outcry over the tough schedule for the basketball team this weekend? I understand. Oh, so sell, by the way. Because my belief, and I say the same thing when we get down to conference tournament time and teams have to play 2, 3, 4 days consecutively. And like, oh, it's too much. I'm like, guys are running the floor for 40 minutes. Like, Go to Callaway's or go to the LSU Rec, and you're going to see pickup games for hours. Dude, just run on the floor. Like they're okay. Like they're going to be okay. They can go play a game and be just fine. So that I don't really worry about. But I will put it to you this way: the physical nature of it. But if Will's talking about preparation for his team, that I do think is legitimate. When you have that quick turnaround and maybe you don't have time to practice and game plan. The good thing, though, is that this will be the second time they played both Florida and A&M. So, yeah, you're going to make adjustments, but you have scouted these teams before and you know them. But if Will thinks that it's limiting his team's preparation, and they're the only team in the league that has to do this, and he thinks it's a big enough deal to raise a stink about it, I'd support it, man. Like, he knows his team way better than any of us ever will, and obviously, the nuance of scheduling and the importance of rest and preparation. I mean, he's fanatical in that respect. So, if Will thinks that matters, I'm for him trying to level the playing field if he thinks it's unlevel. But as far as do I think the team is just going to be like tired and whipped? Nah, man. 18, 19, 20, like you can rest up a day and go play and you're fine. Jason Rayburn, good morning. Hey, Adrian Bowser, good morning. Hey, Megan Carnegie. If you're getting your head shaved, I'm going to need to wake Eric up. Not Megan, not this morning. Not this morning. So last Friday on AFR, we did a stupid bet about or not a bet, just like an incentive. Like if we got to X amount of YouTube subscribers on the channel before the end of the show, what Terry was like, "Will you let me shave your head?" I'm like, "Okay." Well, we did in the last segment. So I'm like, all right, I can shave my head, man of my word, all that stuff. So we're planning this Friday after AFR. So show ends at 6. We'll go live on the YouTube channel, and we'll do it there. But I might need to push it back a bit. I need to talk to him about it. But you will all be consulted. Matthew Rogelio, good morning. If you ain't with Bunt, meet me at the Sonic and we're going to settle. It's such a Condon thing. Meet me at the Sonic. Oh, man. BDJ will go to the team that drafts him. No doubt he'll play. He'll be fine. Matthew, why wouldn't he throw? It can only hurt him. I mean, when you are the presumptive top pick in the draft, performing these drills at the combine can only hurt you. And look, here's the thing about combine too, which if you listen carefully enough, you'll hear enough guys say it, but you barely sleep. Your wake-up call at like 6 a.m., you're up studying, you're doing interviews, some guys are back and forth doing medical, and it's a long process. It's hard to be at your physical peak at the combine because of the schedule you keep. And so if you're Joe Burrow, any of that stuff would only cast down. It could only hurt you. The other part with quarterbacks specifically is when you're throwing at your pro day, you're throwing to your receivers. So Joe Burrow throwing to Justin Jefferson is going to have a much greater odds of your chance of success than throwing to receivers he's never worked with before. So it just makes sense. There's no point in a guy like Burrow throwing, because when you're the presumptive number one pick, the only place to go is down. So wait, throw your pro day, go do the medical, do all the interviews at the combine this week. That's all he needs to do. It's a week off of school, and Disney isn't busy this time of year. Oh no, Andrew, I get it. I get why people go. I do. It's just interesting. That's the two things. Brian Ashcraft, good morning. Kenneth McCown, good morning. Tigers take 2 of 3 this weekend. I hope so, Kenneth. Admittedly, man, I don't know a ton about the teams they're going to play. Obviously, LSU played Texas last year. Excuse me, y'all. Obviously, LSU played Texas last year in a 3-game series in Austin, and that didn't go great for the Tigers. hopefully they pitch it a little better this year than they did last. So they play Texas on Friday, Baylor on Saturday, then Oklahoma on Sunday. Oklahoma, of the three, Oklahoma is the only team that's ranked of the opponents they're going to play. But supposedly that game against Texas on Friday is they're expecting 30,000 people at that game. It's at Minute Maid, and they're expecting a ton of Texas fans to go, and obviously you have a ton of LSU fans in Houston. Then it's an easy trip for teams to jet over. So they intentionally put that LSU Texas game on Friday night because they know what type of crowd that has the potential to draw. So that's exciting, man. If you remember when LSU played there a couple of years ago, LSU played the Friday night game as well, but they played against TCU, and that was a really good TCU team. And and LSU lost. They got down big and then rallied, but still lost. It was I think that was when we were first introduced to Dwayne from Thibodeau, as a matter of fact, too. But anyway, it'll be a huge crowd. It'll be a great event, great venue. Feel good for those players getting an opportunity to go play in a venue like that. So really, really cool. Let's see. Andrew, was there ever a story about Robinson interviewing with A&M? No, not that I saw. Luis Alamán, good morning. Jason Meigs. Andrew Bear, Herb Tyler to take Faulk's old position. That would be awesome. Andrew, I haven't heard that. I don't know if you're just throwing that out there, but something like that wouldn't surprise me because Ed is very much about getting the former players involved in the program and keeping them close and all that stuff. So, but you may just be throwing that against. But I haven't heard that. It's not to say it's not, but I'll grant you, I've been very much locked into basketball, baseball, and not so much LSU football post signing day. Hey Siri, remind me. Remind Christy to sneeze. Hey Siri, remind Christy to sneeze. Okay. The butt on his pajama says, "Don't moose with me." And he's got moose. He's got moose on his pajama. Luis Salama, do you think Faulk is an upgrade? Yes. Luis, I'll put it to you this way. Again, I don't want to diminish or degrade anybody, but when you have the title of assistant head coach, recruiting coordinator, you're making over $600,000 a year, and they're trying to push you out. He's basically telling you go get a job. There's a disconnect there, right? That's the writing on the wall for you, right? So yes, this is a good move. It's a very good move. Now I'll be curious to see if Kevin Faulk takes on the recruiting coordinator title as well. I don't know that, but I know they wanted him on staff, and that's going to be an upgrade. Jennifer Allen, good morning. Trivia. When are you going to have CP on the show to have a debate about 2019 LSU and 2001? Oh, Clinton Portis. Dude, I would do it tomorrow. That last Friday, Ryan Clark was doing his podcast. He had Clinton Portis on. They were debating 2019 LSU and 2001 Miami. And Clinton Portis came. I was producing it. And Clinton was just... And everything Clinton gave was nondescript. It was like, man, we were dogs, and this guy, and he's just throwing out all these names. I'm like, you didn't say anything. He didn't say a darn thing about the record, who they played, stats accumulated, number of wins, ranked teams, and then also completely disrespected the fact that LSU has 16 guys at the combine and may very well challenge Miami's draft record this year. And oh, by the way, the Miami team that set the draft record wasn't the 01 team. It was the 02 team. It was the 2003 draft where they had the 6 first-round picks and all that stuff. It was after the 02 season, which was the better team, which, oh, by the way, lost to Craig Krenzel and a freshman running back, Maurice Clarett in Ohio State in the national championship game. Brian, let's see, Matt, how do we match up against Florida to get a tough road win? Man, we saw that already. The style of ball Mike White wants to play. He's a good coach, disciplined team. But like, anytime they get a baseline inbounds or out of bounds play, I'm like, well, it's 2. He's masterful at that. I don't like going on the road to Gainesville. So, but I told you, man, even if they don't win that game, just take care of your 2 home games and you're in. Let's see, Ulan. Morning, Matt. You didn't do a double or nothing on the date. You didn't do a double or nothing on the date? I didn't, but I could. Lloyd Prophet, Dustin Cruel, good morning. Brian Ashcraft, crab legging. It's going to happen. I'm not getting out of it, I promise. Craig, OTB is riveting radio. T-Bob is currently reading off people with 9.5-inch hands and smaller. You better up your game this afternoon. I think all of us are having fun with that 9-inch hand thing. I did yesterday, start the show. It was pretty fun. And man, boy, some Alabama fans are mad because I was trolling them. I posted the video of Tua fumbling the football, and I just put huge hands. And it's like, I wasn't even necessarily I was taking a shot at Alabama. But it was more just the absurdity of the measurement. Like, there's a guy with huge hands just dropping the football, as he's running inside the 10-yard line. It's like, who cares? Terry Shipman, football with a natty. Basketball is relevant. Baseball started. Faulk's running backs coach. What a time to be alive. Softball, Beth Torina got her 500th win. Had their program's first perfect game. Gymnastics, top 10 again. So, yeah, for sure. Shout out to Brock, everybody. Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. They're tagged in this post. We appreciate them, as always, for sponsoring the show. They're the best. You need an orthopedist. Nowhere else to go in town but there. Andrew Barrett would be more exciting if there were a beer tour involved. Andrew, so we tried in earnest. Football extending the way it did made logistics a near impossibility. And on top of that, turns out I would not have been able to attend anyway. So, and the last beer tour we did was scheduled, and then Drew got sick, and I had to back out right at the end, and some people were upset about that too. So it actually worked out well. I mean, I would have loved to have done this. You're right, but we got some stuff planned for the spring. It'll be fun. Justin Nicholson, you've been sniffling, clearing your throat since December. Have you been to an ENT? I've not been to an ENT. I got sick at SEC Championship, beginning of December. You're right, and but I just have a lot of this sinus stuff in the morning, so I take a Claritin and that clears up and I'm good. But if we did this in the afternoon, I wouldn't be doing this. But it's morning. It's just stuff it's just gunk I have in the morning. Matt Boyles, hey Mama Ford, good morning. Kevin Harold, Brock Pendarvis. That segment with RC was awesome. Yeah, if y'all have not seen that yet, I promise you you will enjoy it. It's Ryan Clark's podcast. It's called Face First. He publishes the video on YouTube. You can search DB Precision. That's Ryan's company. DB Precision Face First on YouTube if you want to watch it, or you can go on iTunes or Podbean and search Face First with Ryan Clark, and you can see the episode or hear the episode with Clinton Portis and me. Julio Mendez, good morning, Julio. Mark Vitanovich, Raza Shah, good morning. Mark, will Burrow still be the number 1 pick overall at small hands issue? Yeah. Good morning, cha-ching. Will LSU basketball make the NCAA tournament or the Pelicans make the playoffs? So, Mark, yesterday, you'd appreciated this, Mark. Yesterday on AFR, I laid out the case for the Pelicans to make the playoffs, and I've changed my mind on that, even just since before the All-Star break. Because All-Star break, I looked, and they were 5.5 back of Memphis, and it looked like they were going to have to get about 18 wins in their final 27, and I didn't think that was possible. They won their first 2 out the chute, and they play the Lakers tonight. I think they'll lose tonight in LA. But when I look at the schedule ahead, in Memphis, having lost now 2 in a row, the lead's only 3.5, or the deficit's only 3.5, and they have 2 games against Memphis, and they've dominated Memphis with Zion. So, yeah, I think the Pelicans are going to make the playoffs. I do. I think the Pelicans are going to make the playoffs as the 8 seed. I do. And yes, LSU is going to be Georgia and Texas A&M at home, and they will make the NCAA tournament. So we will have meaningful basketball, postseason basketball. I'm looking forward to that. Let's see. Miles Brennan seems ready to leave the LSU football team. I'm looking forward to spring. Wouldn't be so sure on that one, Mark. Telling you, man, that's not lip service. That it is going to be an open competition. Like, it's not lip service from the coaches. They are going to have a true competition for that starting job. I mean, this is very much like 2 springs ago where they went in not, they had Brennan and they had Narcisse and they had McMillan. And it was an open competition, and they ultimately decided to bring in Burrow after spring. So, we'll see, man. Let's see. Beach volleyball knocked off number 1 in the Hawaii tournament last weekend. Dude. They're en fuego. En fuego. All right, let's see. Brody Fontenot, your AFR commentary on Tiny Hands was epic. Thank you, Brody. I appreciate it. We had fun with it. I'll tell you this much, man. It is one of the things about radio, about talk radio, that I love. The medium allows you the flexibility to kind of have fun. So, yeah, I just basically just made fun of the Tiny Hands thing. Whereas, like, if I were doing Sports Center, for example, or, the evening news, you have to do that story. Like, Joe Burrow's hands measured at 9 inches. It's the smallest measurement for a quarterback taken number 1 overall in 35 years, blah, blah. Like, and deliver the news as if it's newsworthy when really it's so stupid. When did this become a thing that we care about, the size of a quarterback's hands? Anyway, so it allows me the opportunity to just mock it, which is why I love the medium and the platform. Let's see. So anyway, if you missed my commentary on Burrow's Tiny Hands, you can go to the After Further Review YouTube channel. Subscribe, please, and hear how we started the show. It's fun. Brian Wynn. Matt, we know you and Eric are opposed to bunting, but more importantly, how does Drew feel about it? He really is the superstar of the show, and his opinion is the one that counts. Hey, Drew. Drew, come. I think he's watching Choo Choo Soul. I don't think we're going to have a lot of luck getting him away from Choo Choo Soul. Hey, Drew, I have to tell you something. Drew, come. Andrew Bear, who's the guy to watch out for a quarterback possibility of a transfer still? There's absolutely the possibility of a transfer. I can tell you they went hard. Hi, come see. Come here, I have to tell you something. They went hard after the kid from Wake Forest that ended up at Georgia. And they went hard after De'Ara King. But De'Ara King, when Joe Brady left, I think... Hey, come here, I have to tell you something. Hey, come here, listen. Hey, come see. I have to tell you something. Hey, so... Well, hey, do you... Come see. Come see, I'll tell you something. First of all, check out these jammies. Who's good? Hey, let's have to tell you something. Okay, listen. No. Do you like bunting?
No.
Nope. He said no. There you go. There's your answer. Drew, do you like bunting?
No.
No. He said no. So, it's unanimous. The Mosconas don't like bunting. Hey, babe, his nose is running. I love you. Hey, go see Mommy. She'll wipe your nose. Did y'all see his jammies? The don't moose with me on the butt. Okay. So, Brian, you got your answer. It's unanimous. Mosconas don't like bunting. So, Andrew, yeah. So, if there's a situation where after spring, remember what happened with Burrow? Burrow was in a competition with Dwayne Haskins. Haskins wins the job. Burrow transfers. That always happens post-spring. Things shake and guys decide after spring. They look at the depth chart if they're going to make a move. So I would not be surprised at all if there is a viable option out there at quarterback that they bring in a transfer. Remember, they have 3 spots. It's exactly where they were 2 years ago, and they brought in Terrence Alexander, Cole Tracy, and Joe Burrow. So be on the lookout. Stephen Miller, so that's a good point. So Stephen mentions the next 10 games, Lakers twice, Clippers, Kings. Okay, but I disagree on there being zero room for error to make up 3.5, and you're also neglecting to mention what Memphis has. And what I pointed to yesterday is that there is a stretch beyond that. There's a 6-game stretch where they will play Memphis twice, and it is a stretch where they will very likely, they have a great opportunity to go 6-0 in this stretch. Hang on, I'll tell you, it's in March. I'll pull it up for you right here. Let's see. It's a 6-game stretch where they play home against Atlanta, home against San Antonio, at Memphis, home against Sacramento, home against Memphis, home against the Knicks. That 6-game stretch right there, they play Memphis twice. They could win 6 in a row, and they can overtake them. And down the stretch, they have winnable games. They're at Orlando, at Atlanta. It's a tough 4-game road swing. Orlando, Atlanta, Washington, San Antonio. 4 straight road games. But then home against Charlotte, home against Phoenix, home against Philly, home against Washington. You finish up at San Antonio. I'm telling you, bro, that 6-game stretch, they can go 6-0 in that stretch. And when they do, they will overtake Memphis during that stretch and hang on. That's my prediction. Sticking to it. They're better, bro. They're better now. They're a much better team with Zion. Anytime you can use Billy Sitting Madison soundbites, you should use them. I was hoping everybody would enjoy that. Hey, babe. We have an Ask E-Rock. What's your opinion on Burrow's hand size? No. What's your opinion on Burrow's hand size? She's being difficult. Did you see the kickboxing match where the fan came in the ring and hit the winning fighter? No, I didn't. Oh my God. That's not a smart thing. Like, why would you run into a ring with fighters? What? What's your opinion on Burrow's hand size?
I think that's the stupidest thing ever. Who cares how big your hands are?
Stupidest thing ever.
Obviously, he can throw and catch a football, right?
Bingo. Got it.
Is there a certain number you need? Because if you have a big hand, what you said.
No.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Richard Parton, Brittany Delahousse, Pete Giardino, the actress on Choo Choo Soul, is a smoke show. You know what's funny? So Choo Choo Soul, Genevieve on Choo Choo Soul looks like Erica's sister, Jennifer, and who goes JJ. And so Drew, like we say, do you want to go see JJ? Like we don't say Choo Choo Soul, we say J because Genevieve looks like Jennifer, and so we say JJ. Hey, what song does JJ sing? Right in Papa's car. All aboard the choo-choo train. All aboard the choo-choo train. Who says that? Who says that song?
Go JJ's.
Go to JJ's house. Yep. Let's see. It's not the size of the hand, but the magic. Y'all getting ridiculous. Jeff McKithen, what's up? Ronnie Dugas, good morning. Gavin Blanchard, what's up? What's up? Trivia, ask you, right? Did you buy Matt that shirt? I'm sure she did. I'm sure she did. With the exception of when I go to Carriages and buy shirts there, I think she buys all this stuff for me. So, Robert Gremion, Kevin Graham, good morning. All right, I think we're done, y'all. Done. Your boy got to get ready, get rolling. Locked on LSU coming up later. Right, podcast today. AFR at 3 o'clock. A lot coming up. Lot to do today. Y'all have an awesome Mardi Gras if you got the day off. And like and share. Shout out to Brock, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. See y'all.